Welcome back, everybody. I am here with a brand new video and probably a new little series I'm going to do, and it's just kind of like tutorial and farms that I wanted to showcase, and they're just ideas and farms that I like to build is how I'm planning to do this session, or this series, I should say. And I wanted to start off with something that's brand new in the 1.17 update, and that is axolotls, and as you just saw, glow squid. So this is a dual axolotl glow squid farm, and it is fully AFKable, except for if you want the axolotls, because the only way you can get the axolotls into the bucket, I haven't found a way if you could do it manually, but you would have to just break in and get your bucket of water and hit them with the bucket. So as you can see, I now have that in my inventory. So that part is manual as of now. If I can find or look up a way to do it via a dropper, because I don't think you can use a dropper or a dispenser to bucket an axolotl. I'm not sure, so I think that part is the manual. But this will spawn axolotls and the glow squid, and the good thing is the axolotls kill the glow squid, so you're going to get a bunch of their ink sacs as you just AFK it from them killing and from them kind of just killing themselves, because sometimes the glow squid come off into this area and they just suffocate themselves, as I think we just saw over there right at the beginning. The way I have the rest of this built, so I'm going to kind of show you how I build that part. I might get into a little bit more of this, I'm not sure, but all this is just a automatic dropper system. So if anything is in that dropper, it'll automatically detect it and shoot it out into the bubble vader, which then goes up into the chest way up there, which that is my AFK spot up there, and I have it set to where through all my testing, my best rate has been 46 blocks from the top water source that you're using for the spawnable area. I've tried lower and I haven't gotten that great of rates. Up there seems to have been the best rates I've gotten, so it's exactly 46 blocks. You could have it slightly higher. I think you can go up to like 96 away for passive mobs to spawn. But I'm going to show you how I kind of built that with just this little 5x7 slab. The one thing that I love about this kind of version of this farm is it is very modular. You can build as much as you want for as long as you want, as long as it is 5 wide. So you can build this back as far as you want. You can even put it in each direction from where you're going to AFK, so you can actually have 4 different sections of this. The only thing I've noticed is with getting it so it could be auto and go into those hoppers with the way I'm doing it, is the spawnable area needs to be 3 wide. So if I put up a wall here and kind of just show you the area that they need to be in, kind of just shifting. I don't really do much creative stuff, so still trying to get used to like flying and everything, but this is ultimately what the spawning area is going to look like for them. And the idea is, as you get up to the top, like you saw when we were looking at that, let's see if we can just fill the water up to it. And then there and there. So once you get to this spot, at the top of it, I'm going to be filling this in more, but it only pushes out if you have the water block in the middle to this block, but it'll still push anything onto here if it's there. And that part I'll get to here in a minute. Let's just build this up a little bit higher, because I do kind of want to make it a, let's make it a 4 high area to spawn in. I think my farm back behind us is about 5 or 6 high for the spawnable area. And the reason the glow squid are able to spawn here is you have to make sure it is a light level 0. And if we look under the targeted block, it needs to have a tag of the base stone overworld. Let's get my mouse so you can see. It has to have that tag on it to allow the glow squid to spawn. I've actually noticed that's the same for if you want to get axolotls to spawn. There has to be a block underneath. It can't be like an air block or anything, or Even like oak fence gates I've tried, and I haven't gotten them to spawn. Actually, let's go up to 5 for this part. And then, yeah, and the reason I'm using the new tinted glass is just because when you're AFK up there, you can kind of just look through and just watch your farm work. And I kind of really like doing that at times, just because I like to see like the fruits of my labor and just see like it's actually working the way you want it to. Let's get up here. So, and the tinted glass makes it so it doesn't let any light in anyway. Whoa, what happened there? Did I miss a block? Yep, right there. There we go. Alright, so then we get into the next part. So that's our spawning area. I am going to have to touch base on this part here soon to get it to be 0. And there's a reason why there's a lot more tinted glass over there, even with like the auto dropper is in tinted glass, and that is, I guess I could explain it now. As you're going here and you try and like put these blocks on top of the hoppers here. This is why I don't like being in creative to fly. Like, even if you try and put it out here, there's a gap there, and the light level goes through the hoppers like that. So what I've noticed is if I just encase it like this, and encase every area the light can come in at, then it will fully work the way you want it. There's just a few more stuff I need to do. Did not mean to put that in my main hand. Let's build this across. And this backside needs to be too high. And like I showed earlier down below, that is just because I need it to be able to push onto the hoppers. Let that fill up. So I need it to push onto it, and if you're filling it like this, if you don't put that first spot in, it's best to just put in a temporary block. I'll get rid of that one in a minute, just so you can do that. So you can get it to be all one water, like all of this top layer has to be a water source only on this middle section. And like I said, that's just so it could do something like, shouldn't have thrown it down that far, but as that comes up, it'll get pushed off onto that block. We will see that as it comes up because we'll be kind of focused looking at it. Right there, it's coming up. So it comes over and it just gets pushed onto that hopper and sent off. You don't have to fully encase it or put it all back here, but I just like doing it. I also like giving a space for stuff to like come up, so I tend to go about 2 blocks higher than where my topmost water source is. And then we fill all this in. And there we go. So now we just need to give it a roof. Let's go with the roof. Okay. And just to kind of show and iterate again, right now if I were to go in there, it is not going to be a light level 0 because I still have these ones exposed. I guess this section is still exposed, but, and even then that's still, again, it's like still not going to be, because you have to break this section up. And what I've noticed is now you would think that that would be a light level 0, but instead I can actually tell right now it's still light on this side versus that side, and that's because there's this light still coming through. So I've kind of had to build some extra things. This is why I did that whole dropper system, so you could be AFK up top. But if we just do that, that is going to be fully done. And now that it's done, we can look. There's already a few axolotls in. I've been kind of running around a bit to just let some stuff spawn. And yeah, like I've said, this you can knock this wall down and push it back as far as you want. You can even do it in all 4 directions to make it a quad. And that's what I'm loving about this farm itself, is it's very modular. So I think that is going to be it for today's episode. If you liked it, leave a like, subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you guys next time.